Welcome to Invest. We talk about investing, finance, and professional development. As of current time with 5:15 p.m. on the Eastern Time, Ethereum country at $2,065, down about 11.76% so far. Respect to over crypto market, you see clearly on the altcoin side of the house, we are down across the board 25 to 30%, which is a seismic sell-off, a correctional dynamic that we're experiencing among investor sentiment so far. And with respect to the key coins, Bitcoin is down about 8% right now, dragging below $30,000 to the next level of 28,500. So we'll dive into how this motherlord is going to drag the market down with it. And at the same time, Ethereum is also trading in comparable fashion, breaking below what a comparable level of 30,000 to the equivalent of 2150 for Ethereum. You can see that clearly we're levitating above the 2000 mark, right? And technically the 2000 mark is a flat number that doesn't really count. The real level that we need to come down to eventually, similar to like the 3000 to 2853 type of separation, would be 1860, which is the next level leap down from there. So what's driving this sell-off that we're seeing across the board? Obviously, it's coming out from the CPI report that came out earlier today. Is hitting a historical 40 years inflationary pressure. And also, there are some economists speaking out across media affectation front, foreshadowing that the 75 basis point might be possible, all the way reaching to 100 basis point in the upcoming FOMC meeting. So with respect to the scheduling, FOMC meeting is basically a month from now, and then subsequently we will have another one 2 months from now on June and July, right? And then we have a 1 month gap all the way until September. So we might hear just more pain and suffering going forward, selling down to a very depleted level below 2000, which we're lingering around that level right now. So where can we naturally glide down to if we're going to sell down further, knowing the fact that we are extremely submerged at 27.45 out of 70 right now with large separation. Selling down all the way to 2000, which is where we're at right now, will be possible, and this happened earlier today. But if we break the 2000, the next level leap down will be to 1860 based on the current setup, and then all the way down to somewhere around 1750 as well. So we'll see how that goes with respect to the momentum. It's definitely in a bearish state, right? And if you compare this like with historical recession, let's just look at this like way back in the day, right? And we can compare this, together. I would say around 2018 when we were in the financial recession. Let's take a look at. Need to go back even further. Sorry, guys. We're basically dating back into a long time ago when we had that mega crash. You can see that clearly. Where is it? Oh my goodness. Sorry. 2018. So, I'm like messing up the chart right now. So, okay, so there we go. 2018. Right? You can see that we pumped up all the way to 1424 at one point, right? And you can see that we had that sucker rally as well. And if you look at the timing of it, when we start to percolate upward was on April 4th, 2018. Right, and ever since then, you can see that we have dragged up all the way until the next FOMC meeting, which is on May 5th, right? And the timing is very similar, right, with respect to how we surge up and then subsequently leap down on an escalated fashion, like a gradual staircase. And as you try to zigzag, right, out of this, right, try to form a upward wedge, right, like a zigzag first staircase and then subsequently leap down and then a second staircase, you can see that we broke through the trend that we were forming at the $534, and then we leap down all the way into the abyss, right? Selling down from 500 all the way down to like I would say to like $83 level, which was a sizable correction throughout that, right? And then you could see that clearly as we got to 83, we were gliding down for a long time, right? All the way until next year, right? So it took us like a year to get out of this slump as we hit the negative valley on December 15th, 2018, which coincides with my sister's birthday and my dad's birthday at the same time. Interesting. And then subsequently it reversed up and it has been a slow grind. And as you could see that clearly we try to get up to the next level of 340 and then subsequently glide back down. And it's just been like a shitstorm, and it took us a long time of a grind to eventually grind back up to where we were to reach all-time high at that point of 4,000. But it's definitely a slow grind, right? And we might see something similar going forward, right? So just to recap on what we just talked about, it took us about like a year or so to get out of the slump that we're seeing, right? And because of the fact that we have that sucker rally similar, to the FOMC meeting, right? We had that mega pump and then sell down from April, right? After the FOMC meeting and then crack down, right? We broke the trend completely. And now we're going to see some sideways downward type of dead in the water type of momentum, similar to what we saw in 2018. That was like the graveyard type of area in terms of momentum, right? We were just kind of trading on a sideways fashion, not really doing much. A lot of people were just like really afraid and stepping away from it. We might see similar affectation around it, right? But I think what makes sense for us right now is to logically maybe swing trade, right? I think what we know is that technically we will always go down to a certain level of extremity. And I think if we watch closely with respect to the momentum and learn to buy in a logical level, which is when we're relatively oversold, and then sell when we are in the midpoint around like 48, 49 out of 70. And also study the frames of the resistance level, expecting that we're going to be trading on a sideways fashion like this going forward, on a decline, de-escalating fashion. So I think swing trading can be a possible profit-making mechanism that we can proceed with going forward. So let me know if there are any questions on that front. Respect to Bitcoin, you can see that clearly we're also breaking down below 30,000 at 28,500 at the moment. Similar affectation, if we break the current level, we have a long way to go. Basically coming down all the way to $25,000. Respect to Ethereum Classic, you can see that clearly if we break the current level, we will go down to basically somewhere around like $10, like 1282-ish. We are at a resistance level that we're being blockade right now at the 26 out of 70 as well. Dogecoin down about 26%. We are at basically at the bottom, anywhere from current level all the way down to 5 cents from here. Cardano is forming new bottom, so we're technically just trading on flat numbers. 50, 45, 35, from there. Respect to Solana is also giving up down 30%. You can see that clearly we broke through 49. And then the next level we go down to will be somewhere around 37 and then 33 from there. Very ugly. Respect to XRP is also selling down. It's also liquidating as we speak right now. Coming down all the way. The rock bottom technically should be somewhere around 27 to 25 from here at the 16 out of 70. Similar in the liquidation events. Polkadot is forming new lows, so $8, $7, $6 will be where we're going with respect to the frames. Algorand's down about 25%, 29 out of 70 at the moment. We're forming new bottoms again and again and again and again, right? So 40, 35, 30 from the respective levels. Shiba Inu 1400 was the level that we cracked below, right? So we're heading to 900 as the next level from here. MATIC's about 30% as well. We are forming new lows, right? You can see that clearly we broke below it. So when we form new lows, basically 60, 55, 50 from here. The respect to AVAX is $26, the bottom today. We're forming new lows as well. So there's no rock bottom at all at the moment. We're just forming new lows like 25, 20, 15, 10 from here. And then Luna, I don't want to cover this anymore. This is a dead asset, so this is a dying asset. I suggest you just like liquidate this completely. This is a dead asset. This is not gonna come back. And I'm sorry for the ones actually lost a lot of money on this one. And so that was the last time I'll cover Luna or Terra, because I don't suggest people buying in or get that false signal that I'm suggesting you should be buying in. That's clearly one of the a fatal incident that we have seen, where we saw the entire portfolio just get liquidated overnight. Not even overnight, like half a day. So it's definitely gut-wrenching to be seeing something like this. And with respect to Ethereum, with respect to the frame of reference, where we're heading to will be 1860 and then 1750 from here. So have a good rest of the Wednesday. Let me know if you have questions, and appreciate you. And please hit the like button, subscribe button, and also the comment section below. And look out for the next one. Appreciate you. Take care. Bye.